Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Hare Krishna to all the devotees on this call. And Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this is Geeta from Maryland.
Hare Krishna, Geeta Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna, Shamrasaka Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees on this call. This is Premanandini Devidasi from Ashburn, Virginia.
Hare Krishna, Premanandi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Malini from Ashburn, Virginia, and Hare Krishna to all devotees. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Malini Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Nitin Rasadas from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna, Nikunjaras Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining. So, anybody else would like to announce their name?
Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the devotees on the call. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Rupini Padma Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining.
Rupini Padma Mataji, can you do the recording?
Manidhar Prabhu has started recording. No.
Okay, he joined. Hare.
So, today's spiritual code for holy name is: opportunities are always there for us to grow. Opportunities are always there for us to come closer to each other and come closer to God. If we just look for them and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can get more closer to Krishna. So this is explained by His Holiness Radhanath Swami on his daily nectar for the soul. So I welcome all the devotees on the call, and our speaker are here. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Hari Gopal Das Prabhu from Govardhan Eco Village, Wada, Mumbai, and Prabhuji will enlighten us on Srimad Bhagvatam 8.5.31. Please, Hare Krishna, if you are ready, please take over the call now.
Yeah. 8.5.32 na?
Yes, 32 and Damodar Leela. Hare Krishna.
Oh. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda-gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari ऋषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा. So today we are reading from Canto 8, Chapter 5, text number 32. पादौ मह्यं स्वकृतैव यस्य चतुर्विधो यत्र हि भूतसर्ग स वै महापुरुष आत्मतन्त्र प्रसीदतां ब्रह्म महाविभूति. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. On this earth, there are four kinds of living entities who are all created by Him. The material creation rests on His lotus feet. He is the great Supreme Person, full of opulence and power. May He be pleased with us. The word Mahi refers to the five material elements earth, water, fire, air, and sky, which rest upon the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mahat Padam Punya Yasho Murari. The Mahat Tattva, the total material energy, rests on his lotus feet. For the cosmic manifestation is but another opulence of the Lord. In this cosmic manifestations, there are four kinds of living entities. Jarayu, Ja, those born from embryos. Andaja, those born from eggs. Shvetaja, those born from perspiration. And Udbija, those born from seeds. Everything is generated from the Lord, as confirmed in the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadi Yasya Yataha 1.1.1. No one is independent, but the Supreme Soul is completely independent. Janmadi Yasya Yatha Anvayaditaratas Chartheshu Abhigya Swarat. The word Swarat means independent. We are dependent, whereas the Supreme Lord is completely independent. Therefore, the Supreme Lord is the greatest of all. Even Lord Brahma, who created the cosmic manifestation, is but another opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This material creation is activated by the Lord, and therefore the Lord is not a part of material creation. The Lord exists in his original spiritual position. The universal form of the Lord, Vairaja Murti, is another feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. So we are discussing the eighth chapter, eighth canto, fifth chapter, entitled The Devtas Appeal to the Lord for Protection. And this chapter we have seeing now where Parikshit Maharaj is inquiring to Shukadev Goswami about the Samudra Manthan Leela. So, in that connection, when Shukdev Goswami is beginning to inquire about the background that led to this Samudra Manthan Leela, so he spoke how because of the curse of Durvas Muni, all the demigods they had to leave their Swarga. People think that Swarga is an eternal place. Everyone likes to go there. But Bhagavatam again and again teaches us that Swarga is also a temporary place. So that time, all the demigods, they approach Lord Brahma. Then Lord Brahma offers his prayer unto the Supreme Lord. So since the last 5 6 verses, beginning from the 26th verse onwards till the end of this chapter, we are seeing that Brahmaji is praying unto the Supreme Lord. He is speaking about the various transcendental attributes of the Supreme Lord, how the Supreme Lord is changeless, how the Supreme Lord is eternal truth, how he is original, how he is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. Like that, so many uh, things Brahmaji is praying about the transcendental qualities of the Lord, how the Lord is all omniscient, how the yogis they worship the Supreme Lord, about the Lord's power. And now from today's verse onwards till the 46th verse, Brahmaji is offering prayers unto the universal form of the Lord. So we hear about this Virat Roop. First time we get to hear is in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, wherein when Arjuna is requesting, my dear Lord, in 10th chapter, you spoke about your opulences. Amongst this, I am this. Amongst this, I am this. So please show me your opulences. Because anyone can speak big, big things. I have this car. I have that car. I have bungalow. I have this, that. But speaking does not take much effort. But if you have, then can you please show? So Arjuna had full faith in the Supreme Lord, but in the future, some atheist will ask this question. So therefore, on their behalf, Arjuna asks the question, and then the Supreme Lord shows the Virat Roop. So in this verse also, the verse is speaking about the feet of the Virat Roop, wherein it is said, Pado Mahiyam Swakriteva Yasya. Pado is the lotus feet. So on this earth, there are four kinds of living entities who are created from the Supreme Lord. So this material creation is resting on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. So that's how Shukdev Goswami, from this verse onwards, he will start describing about the universal form of the Lord. So, wherein universal form of the Lord, this description comes in different places in Bhagavad Gita also, as we discussed, in the Bhagavatam also, in the second canto, in the third canto. The description about this Virat form, Virat Roop or universal form of the Lord comes again and again. But who wants to see the universal form of the Lord? So the universal form is nothing but imagining this universe as the form of the Lord. So there are these 14 planetary systems from Brahma Loka to Patala Loka. So Patal Loka, the lowest planet is the leg, and the highest planet is the head of the Lord. Then everything else rests on this body. Hmm? Then the Brahmanas are the head of the Lord. Kshatriyas are the hand of the universal form. Vaishyas come from the belly. So, like that, so many details are described about the universal form of the Lord. But the difference is, for pure devotees, they are not at all interested in seeing the universal form of the Lord. The description which is being spoken here. Therefore, we see even 11th chapter Bhagavad Gita also, when the Lord is showing universal form to Arjuna, after seeing the entire universal form of the Lord, Arjuna says, my dear Lord, please show me your two-handed Sham Sundar form. I am happy, I am attached to that form of the Lord than this gigantic Virat form. Thousands of heads, thousands of eyes, thousands of nose, ears, arms, hands, legs. There is no beginning. There is no end. Everywhere are his hands, legs, eyes. So it's like many times it would become very difficult to relate for a pure devotee who is used to one-on-one relationship with Sham Sundar, the universal form of the Lord, where it is like awesome, magnetic, magnanimous. It is like Lord's Aishwarya, which means power. So, one aspect of the Lord is the greatness aspect of the Lord, and the second aspect of the Lord is the sweetness aspect of the Lord. Both are important for a person who is very new, a neophyte person. For him, what attracts is power. Hmm? Even in this world, we see someone who is wealthy, someone who is knowledgeable, someone who is famous. People do get attracted to such people. So, any kind of opulence you have, power, automatically people become attracted. So, therefore, we see throughout the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukdev Goswami presents it in such a way that from the first canto to the ninth canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam speaks about the greatness of the Supreme Lord, how the Supreme Lord is the creator, maintainer, annihilator of this material universe, how the fifth canto speaks about the cosmology, what power the Lord has, one universe, how vast it is. It is the smallest of the universe. Like that, unlimited universes are coming when Lord Krishna, when he expands as Karno Dakshay Vishnu, and when he exhales, unlimited universes are coming. So, how many universes are there? It is explained that like a 50 kilo sesame seed bag. If I were to ask you, how many sesame seeds are there in a 50 kilo sesame bag? You might say, my God, huh? What we call the rai ka beej. In one palm full, we can't count. So many particles will come in that. 50 kilo, unlimited, we can't imagine. Counting may take a year or so. It will become tired, but will never come to an end. So if that is the case, then imagine how many universes are there coming out from the body of Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So therefore, first canto to ninth canto speaks about the greatness aspects of the Lord, which makes a living entity bow down to the Supreme Lord. My Lord, you are great. You are very powerful. You are very strong. Then devotee comes to the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which speaks about the sweetness aspect of the Lord. So after studying from first canto to ninth canto, the greatness, then when we study about the sweetness aspect of the Lord, and then we see this Lord about whom I have studied is so great. Brahma, Shiva, Lakshmi, Indra, Chandra, Vayu, all of them, they can't easily approach the Supreme Lord. And what the Supreme Lord is doing in Vrindavan, he is playing with his friends. He is dancing when the gopis tell, Krishna, do you want this sweet meat? Yes, I want. Please dance and show. Then Krishna dances to the tune of the gopis. Krishna is trying to lift Nanda Baba's slippers on his head and unable to lift it. Hmm? So, all these sweet pastimes of the Lord. Today we will discuss one amongst those sweet pastimes of the Lord, which is the highlight of this month of Damodar Mass, that is the Damodar Leela. So the important thing to note is, after hearing about the greatness of the Lord, when we hear about the sweetness of the Lord, it totally captivates our heart. That my Lord, although my Supreme Lord Krishna is so powerful, still he wants to establish a relationship with me, and what all things he's ready to do to establish a relationship. How sweet the Lord is. That actually moves our heart after seeing the sweet, loving exchanges of the Supreme Lord. So, therefore, that's how Srimad Bhagavatam is presented for us to hear and understand, so that gradually one will become attached to the Supreme Lord. So, therefore, it is explained just like in Vrindavan, there are these five rasas: Shanta, Dasa, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. The topmost of all is Madhurya Ras, Krishna's conjugal pastimes, and the epitome of Madhurya Rasa is the Rasa Leela that we hear of. Similarly, in the Vatsalya Ras, the parenthood, the motherly affection, the father and mother, the epitome of the Vatsalya Ras pastime is the Damodar Leela. Therefore, we hear about Lord Krishna's Damodar Leela and try to meditate upon that pastime for this entire month by singing the Damodar Ashtakam. So, the episode of Damodar Leela comes in the 10th canto, 9th chapter of the Srimad Bhagvatam, where Shukdev Goswami tells that one day all the cowherd women in the house of Yashoda Mai, they were all busy in doing some activities. Krishna had 9 lakh cows, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, Krishna. So we can imagine how many servants they had in their house. So Shukdev Goswami tells that one day, which is that day? That is the day of Deepavali. The day Deepa. Deepa is lamp festival. Very soon it will come, Deepavali. So this Damodar Leela happened on the day of Deepavali, wherein Yashoda Maiya got up on the day of Deepavali, and all the other servants in the house were engaged in other activities. Therefore, she personally began to churn the butter. Why did Yashoda Maya began churning the butter? Because Yashoda Maya was getting a lot of complaints from all the other gopis that your Kana Gopal is coming to our house and he is stealing butter. So since few days, all the gopis, one after another, used to come and complain, Yashoda, why don't you control your naughty child? Why is he coming and stealing butter from the house, from our house? But Yashoda Maya used to always kind of say, no, 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 no. Why does my child come to your house to steal? Don't we have butter and milk in our house? We have 9 lakh cows. So you can imagine how much milk and butter do have we have in our house. Why will he come to your house to steal? You simply want to spoil the image of my child. Therefore, you are just complaining. So every day complaints were coming. One day, one gopi came to the house of Yashoda and she told, hey Yashoda, I want to complain regarding Krishna. Huh? He comes, our milking time is evening 5 p.m. He comes 1 2 hours before and he's letting law of all the calves. As soon as Krishna loosens, unties the calves immediately go and they suck the milk of the cows. And by the time we come couple of hours later, that time we see that all the milk of the cow's udder is completed. The calves have drunk it all more than what they need. So therefore, we don't get any milk, and the calves also drink more. So that is also unhealthy. He is coming and playing mischief with us. And when we try to catch him, he tries to run away. Hmm? And another gopi comes and tells Yashoda, your Kana is so naughty that he is coming to our house. He's stealing butter. That is still okay. At least if he comes, he steals butter, he eats, that is okay. But the problem is he doesn't come alone. He comes with all his friends. Not only friends, his friends includes the monkeys, the dirty monkeys. They also enter our house. And Krishna is feeding butter to all the monkeys. And the entire house is totally messy because of this. And when we go and see, it's all dirty. Why Krishna is feeding the monkeys? Because in the previous life, as Lord Ramachandra, Lord Ram took lot of service from the monkeys. All the monkeys helped him to build the bridge across Lanka and to kill Ravana. So Lord Ram felt, I have taken so much service from the monkeys, but I could never repay. In Sanskrit, it is called as Kritagya. Guru Maharaj tells, what is the greatest sin? Ingratitude. Ingratitude is the greatest sin. Krita means acts. Gya means to remember. So to remember whatever someone has done for us, that is known as gratitude. So Lord Ram was thinking that so much they did for me, but I could never repay them. So in my next incarnation as Krishna, when I come, I will repay all the monkeys. So keeping that thought in mind, remember, so many years have passed since Ramalila is over, but Lord Krishna never ever forgets whatever service, small or big, someone has done for him. So, with that mood of gratitude, saying, thank you, my dear monkeys, for helping me lakhs of years ago, because that was Treta Yuga and this is Dwapar Yuga. Lakhs of years have passed, but Krishna never forgets the smallest of service done by his dear devotees. So, in that mood, Krishna was feeding all the monkeys. Then, so the gopis were complaining, and uh, one gopi was like a relative of Krishna. So she's like aunt of Krishna, Krishna's father Nanda Maharaj, and Nanda Maharaj's elder brother is Upananda. So Upananda's wife is Prabhavati. So one day this Prabhavati gopi, she catches Krishna, like you say, live, and she tells Krishna, Krishna, many times you have come and stolen in our house. I tried to complain to Mother Yashoda, but she always used to tell me that you all are just unnecessarily spoiling the image of my child. He does not do stealing and all those things. And she was always asking for proof also. Without proof, you cannot prove in the court. What is the proof that he is a victim? So today I have got the proof. So right away I'm going to take you to Mother Yashoda so that she can understand. He was asking for proof. Here is the proof. So in that mood, one, the Prabhavati Gopi, Krishna's aunt, she caught. And Krishna was telling, Maya, please leave me, Maya, please leave me. But she was said, no, today I'm going to punish you, Krishna. I'm not going to leave.
Take a horse or something. Your
Am I
mom
audible?
says we have to stop milk for you.
Am I audible or any issues?
Yes, Prabhuji, let me mute them.
Yeah, some sound I'm hearing. I don't know.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
So, you can mute everyone except me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, uh, Prabhavati Gopi was trying to take Krishna, and Krishna said, Maya, please forgive me. Please don't take me. Please leave me. Otherwise, you will have to face embarrassment. She was telling, hey, you naughty Krishna. If you are telling that I have to face embarrassment, you will face embarrassment now. When in front of all the villagers, your name will be spoiled. Let's see who is going to be embarrassed today, me or you. So, first Krishna cried and begged, and then Krishna very assertively said, Maya, please leave me. Otherwise, you will have to face trouble. You'll have to face embarrassment. So she put a cloth on the face of Krishna because her husband was there, Upananda, who is the uncle of Krishna. She felt if my husband sees, he may tell to forgive Krishna. So therefore, in order to hide from the husband, he put a cloth over Krishna's head and took Krishna near Yashoda Maya. And everyone assembled and she was loudly speaking, Prabhavati Gopi, come Yashoda, I'll tell you. I was telling you always that your Krishna is coming and stealing in my house. But you always were telling that where is the proof? Where is the proof? He never steals. See, today I have caught him red handed. And she kind of opened the cloth with which she had covered. She did not look at Krishna, but she was telling Yashoda, see, look at your child here, how innocent his face is. But again, in his mind, he's plotting for another theft. That is what is going on in his mind. And Yashoda is looking at the face, and this gopi is complaining. And in between, this gopi happened to look at the face of Krishna. Suddenly, the gopi was shocked. Ah, because it was her own child at that particular time. And Yashoda and all the assembled people, they are all laughing at this gopi. And everyone is telling you, got your own child stealing in your house. And you tell that it is Krishna. And you bring the child to us. And she was so much embarrassed. She said, I caught Krishna, but how did my child come here? Where did this naughty fellow run away? So she was totally embarrassed. And with face hung down, she left the house. And again she was going back. While going back, she again looked. Again there was Krishna. And Krishna started laughing. He said, I told you, Maya, that you will have to face embarrassment. Don't take me to Mother Yashoda. You did not listen to me. He shocked. How is it? I caught you, but then in front of Yashoda, you became my son, and now you're again Krishna. I'm totally bewildered. What is this happening to me? My mind is going bonkers. I'm totally flabbergasted. She's unable to understand. She's totally confused. Then Krishna tells, Maya, Next time, if you catch me red-handed, and if you take me again to Mother Yashoda, then this time I took the form of your son. So you were little embarrassed. Next time, I will take the form of your husband, and you will become all the more embarrassed. She said, no, 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 no. Please don't do this. Please don't embarrass. Please don't insult us. Already I am insulted today. I was feeling as if I should dig mud and drown myself into that. So, so like this, different kinds of complaints were coming day in and day out to Mother Yashoda. Actually speaking, externally the gopis were complaining, but internally the gopis were very much pleased. Why? Because they were churning butter with only one purpose, for feeding Krishna. So externally it was complaint, but internally it was all uh, satisfaction and gratitude for Krishna accepting the service, because butter is nothing but external manifestation of the internal love which the gopis had in their hearts. Their love was outside in the form of a butter. So therefore, Krishna was accepting that love. Why Krishna steals butter? What is that Krishna is attracted to butter so much? Because butter is white in color. Butter is very soft. So the Lord is teaching that when someone's heart is as soft as butter, as white, pristine, hmm, totally uncontaminated, no dirt. So one is white color represents no dirt, and second is softness, that is soft heart. So anyone whose heart is soft and white like butter, I like to steal. So therefore, Bilwa Mangal Thakur says in Chaurashtakam, Vraje prasidam navanita chauram gopangananam cha dukula chauram. Vraje prasidam navanita chauram. So he is famous in the land of Vrindavan as butter thief. Vraje prasidam navanita chauram. Then other two lines are there. And then Chauragra Ganyam Purusham Namami. I offer my respectful obeisances to the foremost of all the thieves. So therefore, like this everyday complaint was coming to Mother Yashoda. So therefore, on this day of Deepavali, Shukdev Goswami explains that Mother Yashoda thought that maybe the quality of butter in our house is not very good. Therefore, Krishna has to go to others' house to steal. So therefore, I will personally do churning of the butter. So therefore, Yashoda Maya had 9 lakh cows. So out of that, she selected some few cows, and she used to personally feed them one special grass that was known as Padma Gandha grass. The cows used to eat those fragrant grass, and when those cows were milked, 9 or 10 out of these 10 lakh, can you imagine? 10 selected ones out of 10 lakhs with the Padma Gandha grass. That milk was super high quality, very fragrant, very nutritious, and very pristine white in color. So that milk, Yashoda Maya used to make butter from that milk, hoping that Krishna will stop going to others' house, so that if I give good quality of milk, butter, then he will stay. That was her thing. So therefore, on this day of Deepavali, she herself was churning the uh, churning rod, and then that's how this chapter begins. That one day, on the day of Deepavali, Yashoda Maya she was personally engaged in uh, doing this churning of curd. And while churning, what was Yashoda Maya doing? यानि यानि ह गीतानि तत् बाल चरितानि यत् दधि निर्मंतने काले स्मरन्ति तानि अगायत यानि यानि ह गीतानि. Yashoda Maya used to sing. Gitani is singing what? Tat bala charitani yad, about the activities of her dear child. Hmm? Dadi nirmantane kale, while she was churning the curd to get butter. Hmm? So the different activities which Krishna used to perform, like killing of the Putana, Shakatasur. So Yashoda Maya constantly while churning used to sing about the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So therefore it is explained that how Yashoda Maya taught by her example how we can be Krishna conscious, always thinking whenever we are doing any activity. Like Yashoda Maya was physically engaged, but her mouth, with her mouth, she was constantly totally absorbed in chanting. So in that way, we also, along with whatever engagements we are doing with our mouth, we should continue to chant. Therefore, acharyas have given beautiful bhajans, beautiful Sanskrit shlokas are there, wonderful melodies of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and other names of the Lords are there. So we can constantly engage our mouth in chanting, whether we are cooking, whether we are bathing, whether we are driving. Hmm? All those things when we don't have to focus so much, like driving or cooking. The mouth is always free. We can always utilize that mouth while chanting. Therefore, one very great saint from Gaudiya Math, he is around 100 years old. He has been chanting 64 rounds for the past 80 years. He tells, especially to the ladies, to the woman, I have seen him saying that you woman, whenever you make the dough for making chapatis, so that time you chant the Maha Mantra continuously. So the mantra will enter the chapati. Anyone who eats that chapati, he will become Krishna conscious. Whenever you're doing sabji cutting, you chant. Whenever you're doing cooking, you chant. Especially while cooking, he tells. Because food is a very important aspect of a human being's personality. So therefore, what we eat, our mindset is made up of that. Jaisa anna vaisa man. So therefore, while cooking especially, we should continuously chant and the whole focus has to be Krishna conscious. So he always tells. So here we see example of Yashoda Maya. And then Shukdev Goswami explains how Yashoda Maya, while she is churning about her beauty, he explains how Yashoda Maya is dressed up in a beautiful saffron yellow sari. And on her waist, there is a very beautiful waist belt that she is wearing. In her ears, nice earring she is wearing. And in her hands, she is wearing very beautiful bangles. And when Yashoda Maya is churning, she is singing, she is doing kirtan. And the bangles act like kartal while churning. Ching, 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 like that sound comes. And the pot and the grinding the thing, that sound comes like mridang. Dup, 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 dup. So she is singing and it is accompanied by kartal and mridanga. So overall, it was a very melodious music that was being played there. Hmm? So Yashoda Maya wearing this beautiful sari and on the hairs of Yashoda Maya are these beautiful malti flowers. And while Yashoda Maya is uh, pulling on the churning rope, it is Shukdev Goswami tells that because of her intense love for Krishna, from her breast, always milk used to pour from her breast. Therefore, it was always wet with milk. So much love she had because of constantly thinking of Krishna. Although here Krishna is sleeping, but milk was flowing from her breast. That's how Sukadeva Goswami explains. And then when Krishna was hearing, when Krishna finally got up from the bed and he wanted to taste the love of Mother Yashoda in the form of her breast milk. So immediately Krishna came first and he got hold of the churning rod, indicating that I want the breast milk. And Yashoda Maya is thinking, oh, Krishna, my Gopal has become so intelligent. He knows that if he catches the churning rod, then I am forced to leave everything, all my household chores, and I have to start feeding. I can't do anything else. And then Yashoda Maya immediately embraced Krishna, make him sit on her lap, and she began to breastfeed Krishna. As Krishna was drinking the milk, beautiful blackish blue face, curly locks of hair, and when Krishna used to drink milk, sucking from Yashoda's breast, little drops of milk was here on the face. So it appeared as if drops of white pearls are surrounding on this bluish emerald like face, encircled with black locks of hair. So overall, it looked very much beautiful look. And there was continuous competition going on. Hmm? How much? So can we imagine the fortune of uh, Yashoda Maiya? She is personally, she was forced in one sense. We go in front of the altar wearing the bell and we offer. Idam argyam, idam achamaniyam, idam asanam, idam nevedyam kilim Krishna nama. We pray to the Lord, please come and accept. And then, depending upon our consciousness, the Lord chooses to come and eat our offering. But in case of Yashoda, Lord personally is going and personally with force offer me. Forcefully, he is accepting the offering of milk from Yashoda's breast. So there is this competition going on between Krishna and Yashoda. How much a devotee wants to serve Krishna, this, and here it's through offering milk, and how much the Lord will reciprocate accepting the service. So Yashodama is continuously giving milk, giving. Long time has passed, and Krishna is ready to accept that competition. I'm ready to reciprocate. Drinking. So it seems as if this is going to be a never-ending activity. Yashoda offering milk to Krishna and Krishna continuously drinking, hmm, never seeming to be satisfied. So much love Yashoda has. So Krishna is accepting her love, which is pouring from her breast in the form of milk. But at that time, the milk which was kept on the pot, hmm, that we discussed before, this Padma Gandha milk, out of 9 lakh cows, this 9 cows that was selected, that special milk was kept on the gas and that was started to come out. So in spiritual world, everything is a personality. So Acharya has explained that how the milk on the gas, it was thinking that I have no service. Krishna is drinking the milk of Mother Yashoda and he is fully satisfied, which means I won't be accepted by the Supreme Lord. So what is the use of my life if Krishna will not drink me? Therefore, the milk started to commit suicide. The milk said, okay, I will just overflow and enter fire, and I will start committing suicide because there is no purpose of my life. My life is waste. So, with that purpose of committing suicide, the milk started boiling. And Yashoda Maya immediately realized, oh my God, this is the rare milk I have kept for my Gopal. So I have to go and switch off the gas so that milk does not fall. So immediately, for a moment, she kept Gopal aside, immediately went to take care of the boiling milk, which was also meant for the service of the Lord. Huh? So many times in life, which service is important? Huh? At one particular time, two important services come, and we as sadhakas may become confused. This is also for service of Krishna. That is also for service of Krishna. Which one should I give priority? At one time, should I do this or do that? How to decide? Hmm? So therefore, Prabhupada says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. If we are sincere in our practice, Krishna will give us the proper intelligence at the right time. What should be done at that time? Which is urgent and which is important. So accordingly, we have to decide which should be done first, which should be done second. Because so many things are there, which is many things to do. Time is limited. So therefore, it is important that dadami buddhi yogam tam, like that. So Krishna became very angry. My mother left me down while she was feeding me breast, and she ran to take care of some other activity. So therefore, Krishna became very angry, and he started biting his reddish lips with his teeth. And he had false eyes, tears in his eyes, and he immediately started breaking the yogurt with which Mother Yashoda was churning. He threw a piece of stone and he started breaking. And he went inside a room, and there he began to eat the freshly churned butter in the solitary place. And then Yashoda Maya, when she went there and she settled her activity there, she kept the milk and settled it. And again, she came back. She saw that the container is broken. Krishna is not to be found anywhere. But then she had this butter footprints of Krishna going. So she understood that this activity is done by none other than Krishna. And immediately, Krishna was sitting on the motor. He had turned the motor upside down, and then he was distributing all the milk, ghee, butter, yogurt, everything to the monkeys. Hmm. All his friends, everyone came, and Krishna looked in very much anxiety because he knew that he has committed a wrong activity. Therefore, any time Mother Yashoda will come and she is going to chastise me. So, although all friends, monkeys, everyone was happily eating, enjoying the butter, Krishna was having anxiety. Here and there, he started looking. Hmm. So, at that time, Yashoda Maya started coming. Hmm. And Krishna saw that in Maya's hand there is a stick, and he quickly got down from the motor as soon as he saw a stick in the hands of Mother Yashoda, and started to run as fast as he could. And now the transcendental chase begins. Krishna is trying to run as fast as he can, and Mother Yashoda is trying to run as fast as she can. Hmm? So both of them are trying to dodge each other. Yashoda Maya is trying to catch Krishna, and Krishna is trying to run away. Who can catch the Supreme Lord? Is it easy to catch the Supreme Lord? Hmm? The great yogis, the great jnanis, since millions of years, they have been doing all kinds of austerities in order to catch the Supreme Lord, but they are unable to even approach the toenails of the Supreme Lord. Forget about catching him. So who can catch the Supreme Lord? It is very difficult to catch the Supreme Lord. So, but Yashoda Maya was determined. Hmm? Although she was little hefty, heavy, and she was sweating, she was running. All the flowers in her head, the Malti flowers, they all started falling down because the flowers were thinking that, oh, we don't want to be a part of this controversy where Yashoda Maya is trying to catch Krishna. So therefore, we'll all fall down from the head. So they all started falling from the head, and Yashoda is trying to catch Krishna. And then finally, when the Supreme Lord agrees to be caught, when Krishna saw that his dear devotee, Mother Yashoda, is sweating profusely, she is tired, but still she is putting endeavor to catch me. So therefore, I'll be, I agree to be bound by the love and affection of my dear devotee. So when Krishna's Kripa Shakti amongst all the other potencies of the Lord, hmm, Krishna's Kripa Shakti was in action, and Yashoda Maya caught Krishna, and Krishna was profusely crying as we sing in Damodar Leela. रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्ममृजान्तं कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्पा प्रिरेखाककण्ठ स्थितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिबाधम्. So Satyavrat Muni explains Rudantam. Rudantam is crying. Muhu. Muhu means repeatedly. Netra Yugmam Mrujantam. So with his two hands, Krishna is rubbing both of his eyes. And Mother Ishwara has applied the kajal, the black massacre. So all that black massacre mixed with the tears, it's all on the face everywhere. And Krishna is continuously breathing heavily and he's crying. Dudantam Urnetra Karam Bhoja Yugamena Sa Atanka Netram. Atanka means Krishna is fearful that Yashoda Maya has now caught me. Maybe she will bind me also. I'll be bound. So therefore he's fearful. And he's constantly like a child when he cries, constantly heavy breathing the child takes. And beautiful three lines, three rekha ka kanta, three lines are there on the neck. So then Yashoda Maya said to Krishna that why are you committing all these kinds of naughty things? I am going to bind you now so that you won't commit these mischievous activities again. So Yashoda Maya took the rope and tried to bind Krishna. Who can bind Krishna? In order to bind someone, we have to know where that person begins and where that person ends. Here Krishna has no beginning and no end. Na cha antar, na bahir. Hmm? He is inside, he is outside, he is here, he is there, he is everywhere. So here Yashoda Maya is trying to bind the Supreme Lord, whose beginning and end is only can't be understood. When he expands as Virat Roop, where he begins, where he ends, no one can understand. So she is trying to bind. But whenever she is trying to bind, always the rope falls 2 finger short. She tries to get more rope, again 2 fingers too short. How much ever rope she tries to bring and join, The belly is that much only. The size doesn't change, but it is so inconceivable that always it is two finger too short. So therefore, the acharyas explain that the two fingers represent, one is endeavor and second is mercy of the Lord. From the devotee's side, he tries to endeavor by practicing devotional service. On the Lord's side, the Supreme Lord gives mercy. So when Yashoda Maya was constantly endeavoring, she's sweating hard, but she's like, I am not going to give up. I am going to put my full endeavor to see. Everyone is shocked. How is it that the same belly, which can be bound in 1 feet rope, here 100, 200 feet rope has come, but still two fingers are short. Hmm? So that is the Achintya Shakti, inconceivable potency of the Supreme Lord. Hmm? And then when Krishna understood that mother is putting so much of endeavor, so at that time Krishna chose to be bound by the love of his devotee. Hmm? So that is the most important thing. Bhritya Vashyata. Bhritya Vashyata. One is Bhakta Vatsalyata. Amongst all the qualities of the Lord, Bhakta Vatsalyata is Lord's affection for his devotees. But greater than Bhakta Vatsalyata is Bhritya Vashyata. How the Supreme Lord is bound. Supreme Lord becomes servant of his devotees. Bhritya Vashyata. Who can tie Krishna unless the Supreme Lord is pleased with someone? So therefore, Supreme Lord is pleased with Yashoda Maiya's love. Therefore, he chose to be bound by the love of his pure devotee, which the great yogis, jnanis, big demigods cannot even come closer to the Lord, but that Lord is bound by the love of his devotee. So that's how we see how the Supreme Lord is bound. And then when the Supreme Lord is bound, at that time he remembers that, oh, my dear devotee Narad Muni had given benediction to these two trees who are there in front of my eyes here, that I have to liberate them. So therefore, since the promise is given by my dear devotee Narad Muni, so therefore let me go and let me free. So although the Supreme Lord is bound by the rope and the grinding motor, but at that time he is trying to free the two sons of Vera, Nalkwer and Manigriv, who because of misbehaving on the banks of pure river Ganga, when Narad Muni is coming, they are all roaming naked. So Narad Muni tells that, oh, you like to be naked? Okay, better you become trees. Narad punished them. But okay. And then they started repenting. Please, Narad Muni, please forgive. So therefore, Narad Muni said, okay, since you are feeling repentant, sorry. So therefore, I bless you that you become trees in the house of Nanda and Yashoda, where you will be able to see the sweet loving pastimes of the Lord. And then finally, the Lord will liberate you. So in this way, the Supreme Lord, while he was bound, he takes the wooden grinding motor in between the two trees and then drags it, and both the trees, when they fall at that time, these two beautiful sons of Kuera, Nalakuer and Manigriv, they start, they personally appeared at that time and they offered very beautiful prayers to the Supreme Lord. And the one prayer is really very special. Vani gunanu kathane shravanau kathayam hasta cha karmashu manas tava padayorna smrityam shirastava nivasa jagat praname drishtim satam darshanistu bhavat taruna. So he tells that, my dear Lord, he henceforth May our words always describe your pastime. May our ears always engage in hearing Krishna Katha. May our hands and legs and other senses engage in activities that are pleasing to you. And let our minds may always be engaged in always thinking about you. May our head offer obeisances unto your lotus feet, like that they offer their prayers. And the Supreme Lord bless them, that you can go back and engage in your service of taking care of the wealth. So they are sons of Kuera. And then at the end of the life, you will come back to me. So in this way, the Supreme Lord blessed, because Narad Muni had given a word. So the Supreme Lord cannot not allow Narad Muni's promise to go astray. So again, here also Lord remembers what promise Narad Muni had given to these trees. So I have to fulfill that. And that's how we see this beautiful section of Damodar Leela, which we discussed in short, is very sweet, very loving, very enchanting pastime, about which we constantly remember, chant, hear, and pray in this entire month of Kartik, that the Lord is demonstrating that it is only by the simple act of devotional service, the pure love, that the Supreme Lord can be bound. Lord cannot be impressed by anything material. Hmm? The Lord can only be melted by pure love. That's what this pastime is demonstrating in a very beautiful way. That nothing is attractive to the Lord than pure devotion, pure love. That is what is ultimately of real value in the eyes of the Lord. Hmm? In this world, people may value wealth, people may value a big mansion, people may value big car, Ferrari, Rolls Royce, Mercedes, BMW. People may value all material things. But when it comes to the Supreme Lord, Lord does not value all these material things. He does not care how much wealth you have, how much cars you have, how much big mansion you have. Ultimately, you may be a beggar in the street, but if you have pure loving sentiments, devotion unto the Supreme Lord, then the Lord is pleased. It does not matter whether you are a Brahmana, whether you are a Brahmachari, whether you are a Grahastha, Vanprastha, Sannyasi. Everything is external. Naham Vipro, Nacha Narapati, Napi Vaishyo, Na Shudro. Whether he is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Gopi Bharatur Padakamale or Das Das Anudas. So our only aspiration is to become a servant of the servant of the gopis. That's what is there. So that's how on this most auspicious month of Kartik, we got this opportunity to hear, chant, and remember these beautiful pastimes of Lord Damodar. Hmm? Sorry for going over time. Hmm? We can speak for hours, but in brief, we just covered this pastime. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If there are any questions or comments, we can have it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj. I don't have a question, Prabhu, but I just wanted to share my appreciation. When you were talking, all these pastimes are so, so sweet. And I was packing my children's lunchbox and I have to leave in some time. I was thinking to myself that we get so absorbed in our life, right?
Yeah.
Everyday life, that we are not able to appreciate the beauty of these pastimes. And it almost feels like a different world I guess I don't necessarily have a question, but how do you retain that mood, Prabhu? That is probably my question. Because when you hear,
Yeah,
it feels very nice, but then your reality is completely different than what you're listening to.
true, true,
So
true.
that's my question, Prabhuji.
So therefore, as you said, when we hear, automatically we are absorbed. So the answer came from your mouth only, that the process begins with hearing.
Hearing.
Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. So everything begins when we hear in the association of devotees. So therefore, we can never ever underestimate the simple process of hearing. Therefore, throughout Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, again and again and again, not once, nor twice, nor thrice, n number of times, the importance of hearing Krishna Katha in the association of devotees is so many times stressed. Hmm? So, therefore, it is simple, but the effects are very powerful. So, therefore, we have this system set up by Srila Prabhupada that every day morning we hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8 to 9 Bhagavatam class. Then, evening, we end our day with evening Bhagavad Gita class. And then, throughout the day, we have our different activities. So here, because time, place, circumstances, we cannot go to temple physically. So therefore, devotees have created this online facility by which devotees come together in the morning. They chant together, they hear together. Hmm? So therefore, whenever possible, we should try to come, try to chant, try to hear. So when we hear regularly, that acts as a fuel to even chant. Without hearing, we can't even chant for a long time. So actually, hearing is the fuel that helps us to chant properly. So therefore, all great devotees of the Lord, they have developed attachment to the Supreme Lord only by submissive oral reception. So therefore, many times this word you will see in Srila Prabhupada's books when he is translating Shukdev Goswami's words. Submissive oral reception to the words. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada in 1965, when he went to America, Srila Prabhupada said, I am not going to America. Srimad Bhagavatam is going to America. I am just assisting Srimad Bhagavatam. If people give submissive oral reception to Srimad Bhagavatam in America at that time when he was going, this Bhagavatam has a power to create a revolution in the life of the world's misdirected civilization. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada had so much faith in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada said, I am just going as a servant, as an assistant of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is going to America. So therefore, we should understand how much faith Srila Prabhupada had in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada sacrificed his nights from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. That is the best part of our time, 10 to 4, where we sleep. Prabhupada sacrificed that time so that he could give us the Bhaktivedanta translation and purports to the Srimad Bhagavatam, so that when we hear, read, discuss, contemplate, gradually it will make us a lover of Krishna. So therefore, we have to do that which Srila Prabhupada created this whole thing. Yes,
Thank you so much,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, His Grace Hari Gopal Prabhuji, thank you so much for the wonderful class and so
Hare
much
Krishna.
nectar flowing from your consciousness. Like the details of the Damodar Leela and related stories about Krishna and other gopis, and so it was so wonderful, Prabhuji. And like Mataji said, we are transformed to another realm of bhakti for the Lord that
Yeah.
these Vrajavasis have, where they are so personal and they don't treat Krishna as God, but just as another person who they love. Um, so, should we try to be like that, or because we are, in our practice, we are always uh, about respect and respecting our guru. But with Krishna, should we take the stand of, just a friend or a lover or a child, and try to see how we can relate to him like that, or should we, because we are, I am a neophyte, should I just stick to, the um, respecting the Lord?
Yeah. We at our level, we just follow Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. We try to do whatever has been told by our spiritual master, and we try to study Prabhupada's books as far as possible. We try to hear from senior Vaishnavas. So we have to stick to the process that has been given to us. Do whatever is favorable. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam. Accepting whatever is favorable in Krishna consciousness and reject whatever is unfavorable for our Krishna consciousness. That is what we can do. Accepting and rejecting. So therefore, at every moment we should be careful about our thoughts, words, and action, that how much we are able to follow whatever standards has been told to us. Yeah, it's difficult living in this world with increasing distraction day by day. It's very difficult, not easy. So all of us, we have our ups and downs. Sometimes we go, sometimes we come down, sometimes we go up, sometimes we come down. That struggle is always there. Yeah, but then sincerity is all that matters. Huh? Krishna does not see how much time we fall. Krishna sees how much we are putting an effort to rise up and again start walking. So therefore, we have to do is follow in the footsteps of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Hare Krishna. Any other questions or comments?
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful explanation. But we also hear that those who have deities at home, they treat the deities as their own children, so they have similar um, bow as Yashodamai to treat the Lord as their child. Is that okay?
Yeah, they can. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Any other?
thank you so much for this beautiful class. I love Damodar Leela also. And thank you so much. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I
Thank
went last time I went to Vrindavan. I did go to that site, I know in Gokul, where they,
you.
and though it was little late, so it was dark, but they showed us the pond behind and where the Leela happened and everything. The trees where they were planted. So, Prabhuji, my question is
Grinding
that
motor is also
Yashoda Maya, sorry, Prabhuji?
there. That grinding motor is also there.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Grinding motor.
Yes, right, Prabhuji. So I thought Yashoda Maya didn't know that Lord Krishna was the Lord. Is that not
Mm.
true? And
You thought that Yashoda Maiya,
that she was not aware of the fact that her child was the Lord. Of course, couple of times due to he used Yog Maya to help him perform the leelas. Otherwise, it would have been
uh,
different, right?
yeah. In Vrindavan, always the Lord does not want to show his power. So therefore, he always covers that he is the Supreme Lord. So therefore, Yashoda Maya always thought that this is my loving child, Krishna.
Yeah.
Bas, nothing else.
Hmm.
So Krishna will always cover. Whenever she starts thinking that he is God, that can never come in. As
Yes.
soon as the greatness comes, it becomes a obstacle to develop loving sentiments. So therefore, Aishwarya, greatness has no entry in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is pure sweetness.
Even in Damodar Ashtakam, they mention that, right? In one of the verses, I was seeing the translation because I don't understand Sanskrit. That you can
Yes,
only, yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
true.
So Jeshoda Maya didn't know, or in some occasions she did come to know, but then he helped to took Yog Maya's help.
Yeah, immediately covers over.
Yeah, so when especially when he opens his mouth and all that. Huh? Yeah.
They always think that this is all Narayan. Because of Narayan, Krishna is being protected. Narayan is empowering Krishna. That's
Mm.
how they take it that way. Narayan is doing all these things. They think Narayan is great. He's blessing our child.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you so much for this nectar class. Such a wonderful class, Prabhuji, and you explained so nicely about the Damodar Lila in so detail. The names you explained, I think I heard first
Mm,
time. So, and also
mm,
I remember we were doing Kartik home programs last 6 years.
mm.
But every day, like every weekend, we were hearing this katha, but we didn't get
Mm.
bored at all. Again, you explained so nicely that it was like a newly I'm hearing something. So it was so nice to me.
Yeah. Mm.
So thank you so much. Anybody
Thank
had any
you.
question or comment? Okay, we can end up the call here. Vancha kalpatarusha kripa
Yeah.
sindhu cha patitanam
First,
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
me.
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
अनंत
नमः
कोटि वैष्णव की जय
वृंद की
Jai.
जय
जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्री
Jai.
जय
प्रभुपाद हरि हरि गोपाल प्रभु की जय
Jai.
जय
थैंक यू so much प्रभु जी
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So much.
happy Kartik to everybody and please
हैप्पी कार्तिक माता जी
yeah.
हरे
Hare,
कृष्णा
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare
हरे कृष्णा
Krishna.
थैंक
Hare
यू प्रभु जी
Krishna.
जी
Hari Bol. Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल,
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल